Hi, my name is Rebecca Cassidy, and I'm the Assistant Dean and Director of the Office of Professional Development at Georgetown University's McDonough School of Business. Today we're going to be talking about negotiation. A lot of students ask me about how to negotiate a full-time offer. It's very tricky. When students are first graduating from college, very often there isn't room for negotiation. So what we're going to talk about today is when you can and cannot negotiate, if you can negotiate, how you can negotiate, and what to expect as a follow-up after a negotiation process. So the first question we want to talk about is why negotiate? When you're working full-time, each year hopefully you'll get a raise. The raise that you get each year is usually a percentage of the previous year's salary. So basic math would tell us that we want a higher salary so that percentage is higher going forward and your raise will get bigger and bigger each year. So if you can do some negotiation at the start, that's really helpful for your raises going forward. So the next question we want to talk about is when to negotiate. And as far as when to negotiate, we want to think about the industry that you're going into. There are some industries that lend themselves to negotiation, but there are others that don't. If you're going into investment banking, if you're going into the military, if you're going into government services, very often those salaries are set. All of the employers know what all of the other employers are paying, so there really is no room for negotiation. But if you're going into a different industry, then you may want to consider negotiating that first offer. More specifically, when it comes to timing, you want to think about when you want to make the ask. Chances are you'll get your first job offer over the phone. You'll get a phone call saying, "Congratulations, we've decided to extend you an offer to work at our company." And at that point, you want to say, "Thank you very much. I look forward to receiving the full offer by email." You really don't want to start the negotiations at that point. You want to see in writing, either by email or on physical paper, what you are being offered at that point. At that point, you can think about it some, prepare your response, and then begin the negotiation process. As far as how to negotiate, the first thing you want to do is do your research. Different industries, different companies, and even different cities factor into what that first salary is going to be. Great resources include payscale.com, glassdoor.com, and even some industry trade journals will have information about what various positions are being paid across the country. The second part is that you want to do a self-analysis and know what you bring to the table. So what skills and experiences do you have that brought you to this particular table, to this particular position, and what is it that they hired you for? If you have some more experience than, say, other candidates, then maybe you have some more negotiating power at that point. So know what it is that you're bringing to the table and why you were hired. You also want to think about the entire package. An offer most of the time is more than just salary. There might be some benefits that are on the table, there might be some vacation days, there might be moving expenses that you can negotiate for either in addition to or in lieu of salary. So consider the entire package as well. And so the most important question is, how do you ask? How do you ask for more money? Really, that's what most negotiations center around. So the method that I recommend is the sandwich method. So you are going to start by giving some good news. That's the top piece of bread. I'm really excited about this particular offer. I'm excited about this company. Whatever it is you're excited about, that's the top piece. The meat of the sandwich, the middle of the sandwich, is going to be the ask. This is where you ask for the raise. And then the bottom, or the second piece of bread in the sandwich, is going to be, again, reiterating how excited you are for this particular position. So here's an example that I'll read. "Thank you so much for your offer to work at your firm. I'm wondering if, at this point, we could discuss the starting salary. Because I have previous internship experience in consulting, I think I'll be able to get up to speed quite quickly, and as such, I'd like to kindly ask to begin at $65,000 rather than $60,000 per year. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. In any case, I look forward to beginning my career at the firm and look forward to hearing from you soon." So we started out with a positive note, we made our ask, and then we ended with a positive note. We're not threatening to walk away, we're not threatening anything. It's a very gentle way to ask for that additional amount of money. And so the next natural question is, well, what is a reasonable amount of additional money? My recommendation is to stay within 10% of the initial offer. If you go beyond that, you're really discussing what could be an advanced position or what could be completely out of line for that particular company or city or industry. So within 10%, you're usually pretty safe. The next thing you'll need to be prepared for is the response. Now, it is very possible that the company may come back and say, no, I'm sorry, we can't do that. So at this point, you need to know what your deal breakers are. Can you live with this salary and this benefit package, or do you need to look elsewhere? And really, that's a personal decision. If you are okay with the salary that was originally offered, but you are now okay with having at least asked the question, by all means, accept the offer and move on. If you say, no, I'm sorry, I physically cannot live on that amount of money, you'll have to be prepared to keep looking for that first position. And in the end, don't push too hard. You are going to be working with this person for the next couple of years, most likely, so you don't want to burn the bridge even before you cross it. So keep it polite, keep it honest, and again, know what your deal breakers are so that you feel confident and comfortable with the decisions that you make. So in summary, here are the do's and don'ts for negotiating your first offer. Do know if your industry is negotiable. Some industries are, some industries aren't. Do make the ask if it is a negotiable industry. Do your research. Know where typical starting salaries are for the city, the company, and the industry that you are working in. Glassdoor.com, payscale.com, and industry trade journals are really good places to start. Do be prepared to hear no, and do be prepared to walk away if you physically cannot live with the offer that they are giving you. Don't begin negotiating your offer right away on that initial phone call. Wait until you get it in writing, either by email or a physical piece of paper. Don't accept the offer right away unless you know that this is what the offer is going to be and there is no negotiating room. And in the end, don't push too hard. Remember, you do have to work with the people that you are currently negotiating with. So I hope those tips are helpful for negotiating your first offer. Be sure to check out McDonoughCareers.com and the link below, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks and have a great day.